My Line, brought to you by New Q, the new cavity preventive toothpaste. New Q, recognized effective against cavity. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, our publisher panelist, Mr. Bennett, Cerf.
Very, very happy to have back with us tonight, I think, one of the most scintillating stars on the stage today, the star of Hello, Dolly, and dressed in the damnedest costume you ever saw in your life, and about to have an album published called, oddly enough, Carol Channing. And here she is in person, Carol Channing.
Thank you. Since tomorrow is Washington's birthday and we must all be truthful, I would like to say in introducing this distinguished panelist that aside from her tremendous contribution to the institution of motherhood, literature, charity, finance, and the arts.
Sex.
And I haven't finished. No. And the arts. She has also just recently become a bride to Professor Moriarty, so to speak. That is her husband of long standing, the renowned Martin Gabel, just opened in the Broadway musical show Baker Street, portraying Dr. Moriarty. And this lady that I am about to introduce will take unto herself a lover. That is, she will star in the forthcoming production, Mrs. Dally Takes a Lover. I give you the ever-loving Arlene Francis.
That was so marvelous, Carol, that we don't mind that the half hour is already up. And now that sinister star that Miss Channing has been referring to, who is playing nightly in sold-out houses at Baker Street, and he can come to my house anytime, Martin Gabel.
The ladies on this panel, having exhausted the language, I will simply say here's the distinguished Mr. John Daly.
I think I should say first that I'm afraid Dorothy Kilgallen has succumbed, as so many have this winter, to that, I think they call it executive flu. At least we hope it's a very mild thing. But Dorothy is down with the bug, and we hope she's well enough to be watching tonight, because she's already been well rewarded for watching. Carol, that's the most wonderful introduction I ever heard. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
I must add a word to what Miss Carol said. Mrs. Daly and I went to see Baker Street on Tuesday night, and if you want real joy, those of you who have come to know Martin so well on What's My Line, if you want real joy, you must go and see Baker Street and listen to Martin Gabel sing, because he's good. He's real good.
Thank you, John.
It's a wonderful show, Martin, and it's good to have you with us tonight. We have some very interesting occupations. I think I should fairly warn you that you're going to find one or two of them a bit on the difficult side, so brace yourselves for that. And we'll have a famous mystery guest before my friends on the panel a little bit later in the program, and we'll meet our first challenger after this message. And now, to meet our first challenger, will you enter and sign in, please?
Sandra Brown.
Is it Miss or Mrs. Brown?
Miss.
Miss Brown. And where are you from?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
St. Petersburg, Florida. It's very nice to have you all the way up here with us. Miss Brown, may I present the panel? And now, will you join me over here, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Brown is salaried, deals in a service, and we'll begin the general questioning with Professor Moriarty.
Ah, splendid, John. Miss Brown, we are now approaching the spring training of the baseball teams. Have you anything to do with sports?
No.
Splendid.
That's one down, 9 to go.
Mental genius.
Mr. Cerf.
Miss Brown, in the St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I know the two great products are cigars and oranges. Have you anything to do with fruit, or tourists, or cigars?
With your permission, I will agree that one of the areas that you raised would tend to have a connection, however tenuous, with the area of interest that Miss Brown has. Yeah.
Well, you give me 2 5s, I'll give you a tenuous.
You give me...
Miss Brown, would it be tourists that you have something to do with?
Yes.
Have you got anything to do with people coming, staying at motels or hotels in St. Petersburg?
No.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Channing.
Could I have a conference? Is it too soon?
Hello, Dolly. Yes, you may have a conference. 30 seconds.
Tenuous mean?
Ask him, he said
What
it.
does tenuous mean? You're a public.
Very, very remote.
Oh, remote. Oh, I see. Well, little Miss Brown, is your work, let's say this for Dorothy, am I right in assuming for Dorothy again, that your work is not connected? No, we have to put it, now we won't do it, Dorothy. Am I right in assuming that your work is connected with nursing?
No. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
You see,
You just thought all beautiful girls were nurses.
in St. Petersburg, everybody goes there to get well.
She does that without nursing. Do you work out of doors, Miss Brown?
Yes.
You, however, don't have anything whatsoever to do with the water.
Your question is, you don't have anything whatsoever to do with the water?
With the water. I mean, she's
Yes,
not
we do
involved
have
in
something to do
sports.
with the water, so no.
Oh, but didn't we get a no for sports earlier on?
Yeah, you did get a no for sports.
But I see.
Yeah, that's right. That's 4 down and 6 to go, Mr.
It
Gabel.
was tenuous.
Yes. I got a tenuous no for sports, and therefore, Miss Brown, I will then assume that you do something having to do with the water, which is not sporting, right?
Yes.
Well, has it anything to do with boats?
No.
No. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Nothing to do with boats and nothing to do with sports, but still the water. Have you got anything to do with tickets, transportation of any kind, Miss Brown?
No.
Nope. 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Channing.
Stay with the water now, Carol.
Yes. Yeah. Water, she doesn't swim in it, and she doesn't float on top of it. And
Not a beach boy.
no. Does your work involve what do you call, outside of show business, a prop? Involve a prop.
An object.
Yeah, we would agree that using that word generally, it does involve a prop. Mm-hmm.
It does involve a prop. Then it is, am I right in assuming that it is not up to your physical dexterity?
I beg your pardon?
What does dexterity mean?
Your own physical well-being. It has not to do with you. You use something outside your own body.
Well, no, what we would agreed was that there was a prop involved, and we used the word prop very generally, but we would agree that the contribution made by Miss Brown is very considerable to the ultimate conclusion of the service which is involved and is here to be performed. That's 7 down and 3 to go, Miss Francis.
But you did say earlier on that there isn't a product, it's a service, isn't that
That's
right,
right.
John? When you are doing your job, do you wear something other than what you're wearing now?
Yes.
Would it be something for the water?
Yes.
The prop that you use, does it have anything to do with fishing?
No.
With fishing, no. I would agree that you didn't go fishing. That's 8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Gabel.
Do any of these sort of, no, well, snorkels and things, that's sports.
diving would have to do with
That's sports. Is there anything, any aspect of modeling connected with
Modeling? Nope. 9 down and 1 to go, Mr.
Miss
Cerf.
Brown, the course of your service ever take you underneath the surface of the water?
Yes.
Have you got something to do with diving?
Yes.
Now, you put on a diving costume and go down into the depths?
Yes.
Well, you're a diver.
No, that's
No?
true in part, but what... Actually, I'm going to throw it up because I think you're to be congratulated for coming this close. Because Miss Brown does put on scuba gear, and she does go down under the water, and her task is 6 times a day to feed a whale in the aquatarium in St. Petersburg. Bennett, I'm sorry, I have to apologize.
Yes, a whale is not a fish.
It's not 6 times a day, it's 5 times a day.
Well, that makes a big difference, John.
It makes
And
a
an
very big difference.
aquatarium is necessarily in the ocean, is that right?
No, it's actually a pool area.
Yes, the aquarium's a brand new
Marine.
marine.
But it's not an aquarium. It's an.
Oh no, it's
in
a
the
marine
ocean.
show. It's a
No.
marine program, a show.
have-
You know.
Would you like to tell us what you feed the whale?
Squid.
Squid?
Squid.
That's nice.
Crazy mixed up squid.
Yes. With its own ink? Yes.
With its own, oh, very good with its own ink. But one of Miss Brown's more engaging tasks is every once in a while she'd take a bit of whatever the whale likes to eat at the moment in her mouth, and then the whale comes out and takes it out of her mouth. Now, how'd you like to do that with a whale under the water?
Not very much.
Not very much. Well, I think it's the most interesting occupation, but I think it does take some courage,
You are pure guts, Miss Brown.
No.
Now, you're going to college at night?
Yes, sir.
Where are you going to school?
St. Petersburg Junior College.
St. Petersburg. Well, I hope you get all A's, because you deserve them. And
Well,
thanks
thank
very
you
much
very
for
much.
being with us in What's My Life. And now, to meet a second challenger. Will you enter and sign in, please? Buzz. Hello. Right, sir? Mr. Hello, I bet you've suffered all your life with people making clever little plays upon that last name of yours, haven't you?
I certainly have.
I'll bet you have. Well, we promise not to do it here. All right, Mr. Hello, where are you from?
Lutherville, Maryland.
Lutherville, Maryland. Nice to have you with us. Mr. Hello, may I present our panel? And now will you join me over here, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Mr. Hello is salaried, and I think we should properly say he deals in both a product and a service. And we'll begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
I was just thinking that you'd make a wonderful teammate for Miss Channing. There'd be Hello, Dolly. Mr. Hello, do you work for a profit-making organization?
I do.
Is the product, and I think probably we'd better go for that, is the product one that might be used by any member of this panel?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Gabel.
Are there any animals connected with your product?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Hello, does your product have anything to do with, is it used in any way by the armed services?
Yes, it is.
Is it a product that might involve a certain amount of danger if it's misused?
Yes.
Could it be termed a weapon or some kind of ammunition?
I think, with your permission, Mr. Hullo, I will agree that we tend now to talk about weaponry in terms of systems, and we would agree that this might have a relationship to the modern concept of the weapon. Would that be fair?
Mr. Hello, does your work have anything to do with the work that's being done either at Cape Kennedy or in the recent shoot for the moon?
Yes.
Was it the shoot for the moon?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Channing.
I was sure that was it.
Oh. Now it's a product connected with the shoot for the moon, Kennedy.
Not the moon, yeah, not the moon. It's something to do with Cape Kennedy.
No, I didn't think it was the moon. It is a weapon. Is your weapon, does it help your, or is it harmful? What I mean, it's dangerous, I know that. It's dangerous if misused.
Yes.
Maybe it helps put the things into the air. Yes, it helps put the spaceships into the air.
Oh, is this fair? Are we cheating?
Well, a bit, but that's all right. You go ahead, because you do it so engagingly.
Does it help to put the rocket into the air? The spaceship. Does it help to put things into the air?
Does it help to put things into the air?
Yes.
Yes.
See?
Listen, I know when I'm licked, I'm throwing all the cards over the towel. I think we've arrived at the point where I can reveal all. Actually, Mr. Hullo is the man in charge of the project for putting the Gemini space capsule up. He's with the Martin Company in Lutherville, Maryland. Actually, not Baltimore, I guess, is their main plant, isn't it?
That's right.
And he's got to do with all, he's a rocket engineer, and is one of those modern citizens that I sit in open-mouthed awe of. You know, it goes right down to the basic mathematics they play with. They begin their math where my most brilliant concept of mathematicians cuts off. I don't even understand the language.
2 and 2, John?
2 and 2.
Gemini and Gemini, we say now.
Yes, Gemini and Gemini.
Mr. Hello, your friend Gunnar took us into this missile down at Cape Kennedy, my wife and myself. Is that the 2-man
Yes, it is.
And he's in charge of modifying, for this particular project, the Titan missile, which will launch the Gemini capsule. You've had 2 unmanned launchings, and you hope to have the manned launching in March or April this year, with Grissom
and Young.
And Young, yeah. But I can't let you go. I've been sitting here all night, you know, in view of what happened over the weekend, waiting for Bennett, particularly after we got into the issue of space exploration, to say that, well, somebody's moonstruck this week, you know, or something like that, but...
You know,
Mr.
Hello, they're going to send up a whole herd of cows in one of these ships. It's going to be known as the herd shot around the world.
And Bennett, you won't mind if I say that's a lot of bull. And thank you very much, Mr. And we'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment. And now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which the panel is always blindfolded. Blindfolds in place, panel?
Yes, absolutely,
Good.
Sir.
Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? different form of questioning, one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we will begin all with Carol Channing.
This is another one for Dorothy. Am I right in assuming that you are not in something other than show business? There's a silence. Did...
Yes, that's right, yes. Miss Francis?
Are you known for your work in the theater?
No.
Yes and no, I would say. I don't think we can say a flat no with our guest permission. Mr. Gabel?
Are you principally known for your appearances in the movies?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
There are a lot of big pictures opening in New York within the next week or two. Are you a star in one of the new pictures headed for Broadway at this very moment?
Yes.
Miss Channing?
Have you ever dropped into my dressing room at the St. James Theater during the last week?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
No, what did you say?
No.
No.
Is it a he? We don't know that.
Yeah, because John spoke to him. Our next guest is, and then you know it's a he.
Arlene?
Are you connected in any way with the picture that is about to come in, The Greatest Story Ever Told?
That's in, isn't it?
It's in, yes.
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Gabel.
Is the picture you're coming in with a comedy?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Cerf.
There's a picture that's going to open with a great benefit for the Damon Runyon Fund by Joseph Conrad. Have you got anything to do with that picture?
Yes.
Miss Channing?
Is it really?
Sure.
Oh, my
You
God.
sure? Now, wait a minute. We better find
Sure
out.
it is.
Are you a boy? It might be.
Peter O'Toole?
Who is it?
No, that was a no out of turn there. That's with the 2 for out of turn. That's 5 out of 5 to go. Miss Channing?
Wait a minute. Where are we?
Let's see. He's,
It isn't Peter O'Toole, honey. Somebody got out of order, didn't we?
Yeah.
I did. I apologize.
Oh, did I get Oh.
Who's next, John?
You are, Arlene.
Are you one of the supporting cast to Peter O'Toole? I thought he said no to Peter O'Toole.
Yes.
Yes.
He is.
Mr. Gabel?
Take a moment, yes.
Paul Lucas,
He's not Paul Lucas.
Jack Hawkins.
No.
Anyway, whoever you are, you're wonderful. I've seen the picture, and it's dynamite. Now, who can sing? Eli Wallach?
No. That's all for you.
Oh, all right. Who else?
Martin?
You are not Richard Brooks, the producer, director,
Right.
scenarist of it.
Bennett?
Well, you were Peter O'Toole.
No, you're not Peter O'Toole. You can take your masks
Is it a
off.
woman?
No, it's James Mason.
James Mason.
James Mason. Well, they haven't forgotten.
And
This is the
Mr. Mason
confusion
is
of play.
so marvelous as Gentleman Brown.
Gentleman Brown is right, Arlene.
You're
Thank you.
just
In
so
one, yes.
wonderful. I'm ashamed that I
So
didn't think of
marvelous,
it.
she couldn't even remember your name.
I was.
Well, I must say, I am serving with Bennett on Thursday night as a co-chairman for the Damon Runyon premiere of Lord Jim, and we're going to have us a festive night. And one reason it's going to be a great successful night is because of you and your colleagues in Lord Jim, and we thank you very much.
Good.
Very, very much indeed. Good to see you. We'll agree you've done well tonight, panel. Congratulations, and we'll all be back after this say my apologies to my colleagues on the panel, but I've used the time badly tonight, so with their permission, we'll say good night for all of us, and thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Cotton. Johnny Olson speaking. And if you'd like to attend one of our broadcasts, write to What's My Line, CBS Ticket, 485 Madison Avenue, New York, 10022.